How resilient are the people who are buying homes right now? The biggest money mistake, in my opinion, that is consistently made when folks start managing their own finances is prioritizing cash flow over wealth. This is intoxicating because of course it's wonderful to have a Lambo and go, my cash flow pays for this. You realize that's great because it's money that they're making while they're sleeping. But there are a few big problems with passive income or cash flow or dividends. Here they are, especially when you compare them to wealth building. First, something that I teach in my Psychology of Money and Stocks course is you have to ask yourself, what phase of life are you in? There are two, and only two. And you gotta ask yourself which ride you're on. Are you in the growth and wealth building phase, or are you in the payoff and then retire phase? For 95% of us watching this video, the odds are we are in the grow your wealth and make as much money as possible to grow your wealth phase. This is why so many of us here, oh yeah, I'm gonna make passive income, but Kevin, don't worry, I'm gonna reinvest that money and I'm gonna grow my wealth even more.
Trying to achieve success is one of the most challenging things that people will ever do in their entire life, and it's going to be one of the hardest things that you ever try to do in your life. So you might as well go all in and figure out exactly what you want to do and the best avenue to go about that. Whether that means you go out and find people to get connected with and discover new individuals along the way who are going to help you go that path and learn the knowledge that you really need to by learning from others or by reading books. A lot of people don't read books nowadays, but it's one of the most crucial skills that you can have, and there's so much untapped potential, and everybody just looks over and like, oh, reading is so boring, reading is lame, but in actuality it's one of the greatest pieces of information that you can use in your entire life, because there's an unlimited amount of supply of books and literature to dive into, and there's so many years upon years of that. You can also be watching videos or listening to podcasts, because in today's world information is truly limitless, and there's no excuse for you to not have enough information on whatever your goals are and something that you're truly passionate about. And you need to go out there and get as much information and gain as much of that intel and make those connections as fast and as efficiently as you possibly can, because that's what's going to help you greatly, and you're going to reap benefits from making those things done.
When you get the money, just make sure you're actually spending it on the proper things. If you are a sole proprietor, it doesn't hurt to just open up another account wherever you bank. Call it the business account. And then that way, when you get the loan money, it goes into your business account. You could transfer that loan money to your personal account. And then that way, it's really easy for you to be able to go and show, here, I got my $10,000. Here's the transfer where it shows I paid myself that money and I spent the other money on the expenses. Here's my utility bill or mortgage or whatever related to my business. That's the beauty of the PPP. They try to make it very, very simple. It's obviously much easier if you do have an S corporation, you pay yourself payroll, you've got the different bank accounts already. But if you don't, make another bank account. You don't have to have an LLC or S corp though. If you had a hardship at some point and you think that hardship might come back, or you have a hardship now, that's pretty much your only requirement to apply for the PPP. There's no requirement that your income had to go down for the first round. The biggest thing is you have to check a little box, and then you have to initial next to it once you sign, saying, because of current environment that we're in, hardships facing the business, this loan is necessary to keep the business going. The Federal Reserve tried and failed to provide some comfort to the market by acknowledging what's happening and at the same time suggesting that don't worry, we're here to help, but the market don't want the Fed here to help. Why? Because when Fed Chair Jerome Powell was talking to Sarah Eisen 2 months ago, Sarah Eisen goes, what's on your tool belt? What are you gonna use? We all know Sarah Eisen. She gets in there. She asks the right questions. And the fact that they're saying, hey, we're monitoring the implications of other things going on. If risks emerge, we'll use our tool belt, which, as Sarah Eisen taught us by directly asking Jerome Powell, is increasing interest rates would obviously be something that, quite frankly, like if and when it happens, it's like, maybe that'd be the best case scenario. Just raise the rates already, let people freak out, and then let's go back to a normal market and a party. We, at the same time, have had a SPAC attack in the last few weeks. We've had a lot of hedge funds start shorting the market, which takes away buying pressure and adds to selling pressure. We've had the rate of margin usage growth falling, basically meaning people are taking on less debt to buy stocks, despite prices of stocks having adjusted downwards a little bit in many different sectors, in some cases a lot. On top of that, you've also got got massive and insane FUD around one of the S&P's biggest, latest additions, Tesla. And folks, we are pretty much 2 months and 3 days into this crazy market sell-off. Now, if you're just investing in index funds, you don't know about a sell-off. If you're investing in tech or high multiple stocks or SPACs, you know all too well about this sell-off going on. But why did even the indices sell off today? Well, obviously, indices and the stock market broadly, despite trying to recover, failed to recover after Joe Biden. The likelihood of a very large tax hike for millionaires, people making over $1 million, which that does include hedge funds and advisors or analysts or any kind of Wall Street firms making over $1 million per year.
So thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the video, go ahead and subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section down below.